Hey guys, welcome to MTG Eternal, and today we're going to be talking about Ajani Goldmane. So, who is Ajani? Ajani is a large, one-eyed leonin planeswalker from Naya Alara. He has a strong sense of justice, hence why he is mostly aligned with the white color of magic. He is torn between his sense of justice and his natural leonin ferocity. He was born as an albino Nacatl, a type of cat people who are from the Shard of Naya, which was originally a part of Alara, one of the many planes in the multiverse. His people described his albino appearance as being white as death. Seen as a bad omen, he spent his youth being an outcast. Not much is known about his parents, but what we do know is that his older brother Ajani Goldmane looked after him. Ajani rose through the ranks and became the Ka, the leader of the Casal Valley Pride. Ajani hoped his rank would allow his brother Ajani to be more accepted, but instead Ajani was barely tolerated. Ajani was unique because he was able to manipulate magic within the soul and see the essence of people's spirits. He was able to manifest this essence in various ways, such as in the cards of Soul's Might, Grace, Majesty, and Fire. He was also the best healer in the tribe. Ajani's Pride celebrates the contribution of Marisi, another leonin who led the Nacatl as their war ka, during something called the Festival of Marisi. Marisi led an army, the Claws of Marisi, against the Pride of Judges, an elite group of Nacatl who wanted to enforce the laws of the Coil. The Coil was a set of 121 laws of the Nacatl that was engraved on a giant disc of granite. These laws became so convoluted over the years that civil war broke out by the hands of Marisi, and he destroyed the Coil. This was known as the Breaking of the Coil. During this annual celebration of Marisi, Ajani was attacked by some humans. Ajani realized that the humans were not trying to attack the Nacatl as a whole, but only Ajani. Ajani fought back and tried to gain the respect of his brother. In this process, he took down a godsire. This kill ended up getting stolen by a rival leonin called Tenoch. Tenoch had it out for Ajani and beat him. The punishment only got worse when Ajani accidentally revealed that he has the magic ability to see into the souls of others. Afterwards, in order to keep the peace within the tribe, he drug his beaten body back to the feast that they were having. After the festivities died down and it was time to sleep, a dark, mysterious figure dropped dark magic into the fire that the tribe was lying near. In doing so, shades began to shoot out and attack the tribe. Ajani ended up losing his life because of this dark magic. He was slain by his own black axe, the dark twin axe to Ajani's own. Holding on to Ajani's lifeless body, Ajani heard Ajani's voice, and when Ajani opened his eye, he was no longer on Naya, his home plane. The trauma from the loss of his brother ignited his planeswalker spark and transported him to Jun, which, like Naya, is another shard of the plane of Alara. Jund is where Ajani meets Sarkhan Vol, another planeswalker who is fascinated by dragons. During this time, Ajani was attacked by the dragon Karthus. Luckily, Sarkhan was able to fool the dragon into thinking that Ajani was the kill that Karthus had just made, and therefore, he left Ajani alone. Sarkhan told Ajani to use his anger and newfound planeswalker powers to track down his brother's murderer. Sarkhan showed Ajani how to planeswalk back to Naya. He gets back to Ajani's lair only to find blood scattered everywhere, Ajani's body missing, and remnants of Ajani's axe. Ajani picks up the axe head and combines it with his own axe, symbolizing his quest for vengeance. He found that Ajani was sitting in the Pride Center where he was cremated. He took the ashes and spread this across his body. He then goes to confront Tenoch. He thinks he may have had something to do with his brother's murder after finding a mysterious object in the fire. During Ajani and Tenoch's confrontation, Tenoch admitted that he respected Ajani, but their argument led to Ajani dangling him over the edge of a cliff. While Ajani threatened the other Nacatl, he let Tenoch's leg go. Tenoch ends up pulling Ajani over the ledge with him, and Tenoch's clothing snags on the edge. Ajani grabs Tenoch's foot and holds on for dear life, but Tenoch is able to knock him off the cliff. Ajani suffers serious injuries from this fall and vanishes into the blind eternities, the space between planes in the multiverse filled with all sorts of chaotic energy. Ajani wakes up on another shard of Alara, known as Bant, being taken care of by Elspeth Torrell, a fellow planeswalker. Elspeth tried to convince Ajani to stay on Bant. Instead, he warns her of how their worlds are closer than she thinks, and that there is a conflict coming. The conflux, the uniting of the shards of Alara, is about to begin. Well, that wraps it up for part 1 of Ajani Goldmane's lore. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this short lore on a character we all know and love. Let me know in the comments down below who else you want to see in a lore video, and make sure to like and subscribe to help the channel out. Stay tuned for part 2 where we will find out who really murdered Ajani's brother, and as always, thanks for watching MTG Eternal.